Hello everybody, and welcome back to the finale episode. The grand finale of Pokemon Ruby. Let's take a look at our team. We got Hariyama, Altaria, Swampert, Aggron, Manectric, and Gardevoir. I think here I just go into, just to show you the move set for Aggron and Altaria. Here we have, you can see he knows Dragon Claw, Blizzard, Iron Tail, and Cut. So that works good. Kinda wish I gave Dragon Claw to Altaria, to be honest, but Altaria's got Fly, Dragon Dance, Fire Blast, and Dragon Breath. So decent move pool for each of them. It really helped. Torkoal and Crobat were good, but they just weren't grand when it comes to beating the Elite Four and finishing up this game. So I just needed something a little bit different here. So that's the way I decided to go. You can see I'm checking my bag to make sure I got everything. And at this point, I mean, the first three gyms are pretty bread and butter. They could throw some curveballs here and there, but there's not a whole ton that they can do. Every once in a while I struggle with the Dragon Master, but that's about it. So let's go. Let's beat our first opponent here. He's got Mightyena. Throw out Hariyama. And I think as long as he gets a takedown here, I could take him down in one hit. So I'm always hoping for a takedown. The attack misses. I still might be able to take him out in one hit, though. I forget how strong Hariyama is in this. Okay, he's pretty solid. And I got a critical there, so maybe that helped me. Got him. He's knocked out. Aggron gets some points there. He's going to send out Shift Tree. I'm not going to skip. Shift Tree's always going to try and set up something the first turn, so I go for Focus Punch. That's my logic. And he does. He tries to set up Double Team there. I go with Focus Punch. And that's a one-hit KO on Shift Tree. So we're through what I would consider to be his tankiest Pokemon. Aggron gets some EXP there. They go for Absol. I'm pretty sure just a Vital Throw takes out Absol. And Absol usually goes for either that, the Snatch, or it goes for Sword Stance first turn anyway. So I could set up if I needed to, but I don't need to in this case because Absol's defense just isn't strong enough. Cacturn. So here I'm going to use Altaria. I think I didn't really need to. I just want to make sure Altaria got some gameplay in here. I go for Fly. It goes for Cotton Spore, which I usually expect. And then you can see it does just under. Like, I get the shittiest luck on the range here, where just a sliver of health left. So I know he's going to heal. So I just sort of get pissed off. Like, what am I going to do? Now my speed is falling. That's like my main asset. He goes for the full restore. I go for the Fly. He tries to use Leech Seed. He doesn't get it because I'm up in the sky. I fly down, I hit him. It does the same thing. So it's not just the range, it's legitimately the power there. So I go for Dragon Breath just to do some sort of damage because I figure it's better than doing nothing. I hit with Dragon Breath. And then I go for Fly again, but he's faster now. But at least I know I got him, right? He's not going to heal in that range, and I'm going to take him out with my Fly. It's going to be no problem whatsoever. We've definitely got it. I fly in. I get W against Cacturn. Terry gets some EXP. Aggron gets some EXP. Gonna use Sharpedo. We have Manectric as the obvious answer here. Let's switch in Manectric. There's just a simple Thunderbolt here. Nothing really out of the ballpark needed. So that was pretty solid there. We took minimal damage across the board. And we got through our first gym. So we're not just winning based on whatever, like some hard strategy and stats at this point. We're winning based off of our level as a start, just because it's a little higher. Now we can one-hit a lot of things. And then on top of that, yeah, I'm giving him the business there from behind. But on top of that, we're winning because, I mean, our team is just better at this point. Like, everybody's built up. I switch in Manectric there. I'll show you my hope here in a second. So here's Phoebe. She has the Ghost-type Pokemon, of course. See if we can inflict damage. Let's go. And this one's... It could be a little bit trolly, and I do think it does get a little trolly here, but even this one I kind of have down to somewhat of a science. Just go for Bite. It does over half. It's super effective. He goes for Shadow Punch, which is... Excuse me. It's probably one of the best bets, right? Because then we don't get with Curse and shit like that, but we take him out. Aggron levels up to level 50. He's trying to learn Metal Sound. We move to make... Yeah, I don't recall what Metal Sound was. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, because everything I have is like everything that we may need. He's going to send out Dusclops. And that right there, I think, was the first event. Like, my save file is just so... I don't think the emulator I was supposed to use was supposed to have as many saves on it as I put on there, so it's starting to shit out. But anyways, yeah, he sends in the second Dusclops. We switch out because this Dusclops knows Earthquake. I go for Earthquake. He hits me with Confuse Ray, which becomes a huge pain in the ass. Otherwise, it would have been a 2-hit KO here. That also adds to the pain in the ass. You can see I'm looking through like the water moves there, and I'm thinking like what will do damage but won't knock him out, but then I'm worried about being hit in confusion like that. They throw a Shadow Ball at me. Kinda sucks. I snap out of confusion pretty quick though. Hit him with an Earthquake. But he's in the range where they're definitely going to heal him at this point. I mean, I know I got my fingers crossed and I'm hoping they won't. But I know that they will. And I've only got 44 HP left. That's not a good spot to be in. Like, especially during this fight, it's just... so many bullshit things could happen. But it looks like I go with the risk there, because I think, well, Swampert will outspeed. I'll hit him with an Earthquake and knock him out. Get our EXP. Aggron gets EXP. Gonna send out Bayonet. Now, Bayonet Surf is really effective against, I found in the past. But it looks like I do the sensible thing here. The full restores we want to keep, the revives we want to keep, but max potions, not really all that needed. So I end up giving one to him. But I think the Shadow Ball is a critical hit and ends up just putting me slightly above where I was. But it looks like I feel comfortable with that, so I just go with the Surf. Surf does decent damage, but not enough damage for them to heal. I get hit with the Shadow Ball. Puts me back where I was HP-wise. Not too shabby. Hit with the Surf. Knock him out. Bayonet's down. Aggron. Gonna use Sableye. I don't switch on Sableye. I know Sableye is a one-hit KO from Surf, just from past runs, so I go with that. But it looks like I must have had a range in the past, because I really get screwed there. You can see I contemplate going for Surf, but I also contemplate healing up, and it looks like I go with the max potion route. Hopefully I do. Jesus. Come on, Average Joe. Get it together, man. She applies a full restore, which I think was why I didn't want to go with Surf in general anyways, just knowing that they were going to heal, so it was just going to be a trade-off, a 1-for-1, but Sableye doesn't have a strong enough attack that can handle Swampert. So Swampert gets off the Surf. Sableye faints, minimal EXP. And then obviously Bayonet, we have the same exact method as we used there. We're just going to surf our way straight through the rest of the battle. Hope that we don't get any bullshit spite or something like that at the last minute. I get Toxic, which normally I would be ticked off about because I do get badly poisoned. But we're not going to be using Swampert in the entirety of the next battle. So if he dies, he dies. It's not a huge deal. Go get some EXP. Swampert levels up to level 52. Get our monies. She says some nonsense. Always a fun time. You can see, yeah, I'm looking through and I'm thinking, what are we gonna do? I switch Hariyama into the starting position. Then I start taking damage from the poison. Thank God the screen has an epileptic seizure every time it happens. It's always fun to see. She wants to go all out against me. Well, let's see what she's got. Like I said in the last one, her first Pokemon is Gallade, and Gallade always wants to set up Hail. It's like his priority. So, my idea is to just go with Focus Punch, right? I'll be taking damage from the Hail throughout the battle, but I think all of her other Pokemon know Hail too, and if it's not already hailing, that's what they go with. So we might as well just take it out with the Focus Punch quick there. Super effective, of course. Hariyama gains his EXP, Aggron gets some EXP, they're going to send out Celio, I want to switch, and I want to take the chance with Manectric here. So the big chance is that these Pokemon know very trolly moves. Not the first Celio, but definitely the second one. So my hope, with fingers crossed, is that I could hit them both with Thunder. Because Thunderbolt won't one-hit KO, but Thunder will. Just a little bit more powerful. And we could get straight through both of them. So we get through the first one, not a problem. You know? We had a... I forget what the actual percentage is. Maybe it's like an 80% chance to hit, but that fails more often than not. Hail continues to fall. Get struck by the hail, so I take a little bit of damage. Go for Thunder again, and Thunder lands. So that means we dealt with both the Celios. Which could be quite annoying, because Celio number 2 knows Attract, which makes your Pokemon fall in love with them, and then it's like hit or miss if they will hit them. Gallade is coming back out. Now I send Hariyama. My worry is he knows Ice Beam. And if he hits Hariyama with Ice Beam, it could be a shit show here. He could freeze Hariyama, he could do whatever. But I know that Hariyama is going to hit second, so I just go with Vital Throw. I get slammed with Ice Beam right out of the gate. And I get Frozen Solid. So exactly what I thought would be the worst case scenario of happening happens right off the gate. And I don't know if you could do anything to get rid of a freeze. I'm assuming it just goes away, but you could see I try to stick through it through one more. I get hit with Ice Beam. My health goes past the halfway mark. The hail stops, so I think to myself, well, he's going to definitely use Hail again, so now is the time to use the full restore. He uses Hail. I just knew I wasn't going to get a hit with an Ice Beam right out of the gate, so that's like the best time to do a full restore. Get all my HP back and get rid of that status ailment. I get hit. I don't get frozen this time. Hit him with Vital Throw, and I believe he's left with a Sliver. Nope, he's got nothing, so we're good. Whale Run is coming out. Now I decided to stick in with Hariyama just to do as much damage as humanly possible and then switch out to Manectric, because I know he could definitely kill Hariyama. But I want to at least give Hariyama a chance, so we're going to go with... He misses Sheer Cold. Thank God, and we go with Vital Throw. Sheer Cold is his one-hit KO move, so that's a big win. It has a low chance to hit, but when it hits, it's always a one-hit KO. I get hit with hail, but he uses a damn berry, because of course he does. I go with Vital Throw again, and he misses again. The luck right here is pretty damn solid. We kill Raylin, don't even have to switch back in. All of our Pokemon are alive, most of them in really good shape. So I'm feeling pretty good about this run. You know, we just made it past the first 3. We're moving on to the Dragon Master. But can we do it? I mean, the Dragon Master is notoriously difficult. But we have a Dragon type now, so we should be fine. I use a Max Potion on Hariyama. Use another Max Potion on Manectric. A full Restore on Swampert because I want to get rid of the poison now. Like I said, the Dragon could be hit or miss. I may need everybody. So I'm really trying to set up everybody. I even go for the Max Potion on Altaria for 19 HP points there. Definitely worth the $1,000 in change that you pay for it at the shop. But I decided to go with Aggron first instead of Altaria. And I'll tell you why. I could go with Altaria and I could set up against Shelgon and just continue to set up and force feed potions and shit like that throughout the match. But on the other side, Aggron is a ground type who is also a steel type and resists dragon attacks a little bit. So they're not really effective. So my hope is with Aggron, I think I start with going, I go straight Dragon Claw. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought I used Blizzard first, but it looks like I just go with Dragon Claw just to see how much damage it really does. And it's enough that I'm satisfied with what I see. I get hit with Dragon Claw, that's fine. Then I use Dragon Claw. Now I know Drake's next move, right? Because he's looking at what my Pokemon there is weak to. Jab Aggron, level 51. Woo! I know he's going to go with Flygon. Yep. So we switch to, oddly enough, Gardevoir. I'll tell you why, I taught Gardevoir a move in between this match and last match. And let's see here. It is called Hypnosis. I've seen it many times. It's been used against me many times, and it's very fucking frustrating when it happens. I'm not going to ruin it, because I think it's going to happen next stage, but you can see he hits with the Sandstorm. The Sandstorm's kind of like the Hail. It's just an ongoing bullshit attack. And I hit with Hypnosis. Now Flygon is asleep. Now Flygon could be asleep from 1 to I don't know how many turns. But I know I could usually get off 2 to 3 attacks here. Luckily for me, because Psychic is an overpowered generational move, because Psychic just hits everything like a fucking tank, it kills Flygon in one shot from a critical hit. Pretty solid. I know he's going to use Flygon again. I say no. Comes out Flygon, I get hit with the Sandstorm. And I go for Hypnosis again. And even though it's only like a 65% hit rate, I land it. Flygon's asleep. Which, I mean, the pro is that Flygon cannot damage me now. Until it wakes up, it can't really do anything. So I know this time, last time I got a critical hit. Let's see how much damage Psychic does on its own. I think it's just a little over half. Yep. Flygon wakes up, so you can see it's not always sunshine and roses, and he hits me with Crunch, which is a super effective fucking move on me, and it's a critical hit there. But I know my Psychic is gonna kill him, and I know I'm gonna outspeed, so I figure I might as well go for it. Aggron, Gardevoir, get EXP, then Salamence comes out. A Salamence always worries me, but I do the responsible thing here. I try to put it to sleep again. That's honestly like all I could do at that point, right? Salamence is such an imitating foe. Like if it hits me once, Gardevoir is like a whatever. It's gonna die. He wakes up out of the gate and hits me with a super effective Crunch. So I know, you know, I tried what I could with Gardevoir there, and it served its purpose, but it did all it could do. So next I send out Altaria. Now Altaria has Dragon Breath and Dragon Dance. He goes for Dragon Claw, which is going to be... It's just... Salamence is so overpowered that I know I'm not going to be able to stand up to it. So I try to use Dragon Attack, or Dragon Dance there, and then I go with Dragon Breath here, just to see how much damage it would do, if it's worth healing up Altaria and trying out like that whole move. We get Paralysis, so I guess it was worth that, but as you can see, yeah, it's just not worth it. Like, the HP is still pretty solid on Salamence. I'd have to do that 2 to 3 more times. So I decided to go with Swampert instead. Swampert hits with a Surf. It's not very effective. I get crunched, and he eats a berry. Restores health, but it doesn't get rid of the paralysis, so we're good there. Looks like I go back to Gardevoir. So he's going with a Fly. I know it's not going to kill me, and it's not really going to do a ton. So I just figure, heal up Gardevoir. Let's try to get through this fight. Use his Fly. And then I figure I might as well just ride Swampert out and get Salamance's health so low that I know one Psychic will take care of it. I get with a Flamethrower. Flamethrower's not going to be very effective. Go with Earthquake. It doesn't affect Salamence. And it's in Paralysis. It can't move, so I go to Pokemon. I go to Gardevoir, switch them in. And that's... I knew that Earthquake wouldn't hit. I was just... I mean, if Swampert was going to die, which it seemed like he was gonna, he might as well go out with some dignity. I use Psychic on Salamence. I know it does a little under half, but I know the critical hit will do it. We luckily get it, and he's done. So next we have Altaria. And his Altaria does what my Altaria probably should have done. It starts to set up immediately. We miss with Hypnosis. It goes for Dragon Dance, and now it's gonna outspeed, which is a problem. Its attack and speed is risen. I go for Hypnosis again. It hits me with Takedown. Takedown does a good chunk of damage. Hypnosis doesn't land again. I decide I'm gonna get hit with Takedown, or it's gonna continue to set up. I might as well just hit with Psychic. Get some damage in Altaria. I try to go for it again. Looks like it's still looking to set up. And I think luckily that's it. Yep. So it was so concerned with setting up that it didn't realize that my basic attack was going to wipe it out of the water in its second hit. But I deserve every credit. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, we made it past you before, buddy. Let's go. Let's get to the actual meat and potatoes here. And you can see I sit here for a second. I go and I do my revive, and I give my full restores all out. But you can see I'm kind of moving slow compared to like how I normally switch through that menu. What it is like I forget who he's going to use as his first Pokemon, Steven, and I'm unsure if I want to search it up. Like I just keep debating in my head because I'm like, I don't know, like, do I really want to go this far to make some mistake that's so stupid? But eventually I remember who it is on my own. I don't end up searching it up. You'll just have to take my word on that, but I remember that I used Manectric before, but I couldn't remember if that turned out to be good or bad. And you can see I'm kind of taking it slow there. As the lights come on, sometimes the game will glitch out there for a second. But there I am. It's me, Average Joe, going to claim my W. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Steven. Oh. So we meet again, fine fellow. I plan to bring it So, as you saw in the last episode, this match is not a match to be taken lightly. He is a difficult son of a bitch to beat. Now, luckily, with that being said, Thunder, as long as it lands, which it does, should take out Skarmory in one hit, and then Skarmory won't be able to lay down spikes, fucking us over the whole rest of the match. So we get past that first hurdle. He's going to use Aggron. Now, Aggron is a very solid defensive wall, but it's extremely weak against water. I mean, that's even why I got one on my team. It's a solid defensive wall. The problem is, yeah, it sucks against water in a region where 90% of the Pokemon are water, so he gets easily pounded there. Now, I know he's coming out with Cradle, which is an unusual maneuver. Oh, Cradley. Sorry, I read it wrong. Cradley, yeah, this is the usual maneuver. I'm a dumbass. I try to go for Hypnosis, doesn't land. I get confused. What a pleasant surprise. Who knew it had confusion? I try to go for Hypnosis again because that's my best line of attack here. It lands. Thank God. Cradley falls asleep. Fast asleep. Now I know I can hit with Psychic. I do. And I think it does okay damage. Yeah, it's not bad. But I know it's definitely 3-hit KO range, and he's probably going to get in a healing opportunity. But instead, I hurt myself in my own confusion. So, very great. Always exciting when I do something stupid like that, and I bet you it'll happen here again. Oh, it does. Surprise, surprise, because they always seem to come in like sets of 2 or 3. So it's going to last the whole duration of him being asleep. I finally snap out of confusion, hit with Psychic once more. But I know he's so close that he's definitely going to heal. Ancient Power always does a lot. It's a critical hit. I knew he was going to heal, so I went with Psychic again just to get some damage. And I think my hope here is I could hit with Psychic once, get him down 1/3 of health, which, let's see, and then hit with Hypnosis, and as long as it lands, I should be able to knock him out. So I'm not in confusion anymore, so I could freely hit with Psychic. And what he would need here is a second full restore. Does he have one? No, but he wakes up and hits me with Sludge Bomb. So that's going to be the end of Gardevoir. So I know I need to throw in just something that's going to hit and hit fast. So I throw in Manectric. I know he's got the ground type moves, but that motherfucker instead uses another full restore. Son of a bitch. I go with Thunderbolt. I was just looking to do some damage there, not expecting that. It's not very effective. I decide I'm probably going to die anyways, so I just go with Thunder. He actually sends out Claydol now. Thunder doesn't affect Claydol, so I kind of figure I'm screwed. What am I going to do? I send in Hariyama for whatever reason. I don't know why. But I do. He hits me with 2 Earthquakes there consecutively. Definitely a soda, not an alcoholic beverage. I go with Vital Throw, just hoping it does a lot. But I know he has Psychic type abilities, so it's not going to. But then I start to use Seismic Toss. So I learned Seismic Toss right before this Elite Four challenge, and the gimmick with Seismic Toss is that it always does the same damage as the level of the Pokemon that you're fighting. So I figure if anything, at least it's going to be consistent. And I think that's why I decided to just start using it like crazy in this fight. And you know what? If anything, it is consistent. At this point, I know he's going to go for the full restore, so I go for the full restore. Yeah, Claydol doesn't go for the full restore. I think he's very limited on how many he has, and Metagross is going to be coming out, and he wants to keep him alive, so he goes with Earthquake. I know Seismic Toss is definitely going to do enough damage to kill him, so I don't have to worry about him. I have to remember that in the future. Seismic Toss is actually a lot better move than people think it is, so he's going to use that guy. Now, I don't switch. I think I should have, though. I decided to go with Seismic Toss. It's not very effective. He goes with Aerial Ace, and that's going to kill Hariyama, because Hariyama is weak to flying types. But now that I actually see what the guy looks like and remember who he is, I know who to go with. At least I really hope I do. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I go with Swampert. Obviously, this guy, I just look at him. He's weak to water types. Yeah, he's weak to water types, and his name is close to Armadillo, so I surf him on up out of there, and I know he's going to go back to Cradley. I decide to switch, and I believe I go into Aggron here. Nope, I go into Manectric. Maybe my thought goes back to the, well, Manetric's going to hit first. I don't know how much health he has, but it can't be a lot. And it's a lot when he comes out. I go with Thunder. I miss for the first time, so my luck is starting to run out. Hits me with Ancient Power, which I don't think is a ground type, but luckily I hit him with the Paralysis there. I start reviving people, just knowing that Metagross is coming out and is going to be a pain in the ass, and I really have nothing to deal with Cradley here, so see, I'm just getting everybody on the team back to an alive state, because I know Manectric isn't going to help against Metagross. I get hit. Send in Hariyama. And I think my logic here is that Seismic Toss is actually a decent move, so I might as well use it. And Paralysis may let me hit first, which in this case it does. It's paralyzed, it can't move. I go with Seismic Toss again. It's at least doing 56 hit points each time. Paralyzed again. I don't know. I think that's a mistake there going with Focus Punch. Oh no, I knew the full restore was coming. Huh, look at you, Average Joe. Go with the Focus Punch. Focus Punch is super effective for some reason. So we're good there. Aggron levels up. And then here comes his ace, Metagross, which is a huge pain in the ass. It always comes out last. There's no way to jinx it to come out beforehand. Here he comes. He's a Psychic and Steel type. So I decided to go for Hypnosis. Put him to sleep. Decide to cheese out this fight if I can, because that's my only saving grace here. I go with Shadow Ball, which should do a decent chunk of damage because he is the Psychic type. It does nothing, and then he wakes up and hits me with Meteor Mash. And I fucking die. Yeah. So I know that Gardevoir isn't going to do shit here. I pretty much know that I'm fucked. I switch in Swampert, thinking, well, at least Swampert's attack is going to consistently do damage. He has Earthquake, which is a good sign, because that means he has a Jack Diddley to deal with me. So I'm just going to keep hitting him with Surf. Psychic. It'll be strong, but probably won't kill me. He's really far down there now. He uses a berry to restore some health. I go for Surf. Metagross hits first with Hyper Beam, which is certainly going to kill me. But I know, like, that's it. He has to recharge now. You have to recharge after you hit with a Hyper Beam. So I sent in Aggron. I knew I sent him in sometime. And I decided to use Iron Tail. A Steel type move against a Steel type Master here. And luckily I get the crit there. I think I would have won regardless, but I needed it to end on some good luck. So the champion falls in defeat. Steven, you are done. Thank you for giving me kudos. I am a noble trainer. He gives me some money for winning. He says, congratulations. Oh yeah, lots of words, lots of words. And then I hear that and think I'm fucked. Like, I'm so fucked. Here comes May, too. Are you fucking kidding me? This is a load of fucking shit. But it turns out she just came to see me watch Steven. So, thank God for that, because I honestly, like I said, it's been so long since I played this game and didn't know that she even came in. So, in that moment, I shit my pants and thought, oh, shit. You can see I only caught 26 Pokemon. Not a huge fan of the region, so that has a lot to do with it. Now we go into the final room. No, the new champion, come with me. May tries to follow us. Steven says only champions can end here. She says groan, and she says, I'm just joking, that's okay, that's the rule. Congratulations, Average Joe. Then we walk, man. This room, this is where we keep a record of Pokemon that prevailed through the harsh battles. It is here that the Legion champions are honored. So we get to honor our team. Trainer who triumpheth over the Pokemon League, and the people who fought with me. And I think right here I get worried that my game's gonna crash because it starts to do some funky nonsense. We have Manectric, Altaria, Swampert, Hariyama, Aggron, and Gardevoir. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. You know what? I'm proud that at least, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 of those Pokemon are from the original team that we started with. And you can see I spent a total of almost 35 fucking hours on this game. Holy shit. But yeah, the rest is just me riding a bike here. So I'm gonna skip to like when I restart it so we can see the post-game entry. Unless you want to watch me ride a bike. You want to watch me ride a bike? Nah, we're good. Okay, let's go. I wake up in my bedroom, and then my dad's all like, hey, it's Average Joe. It's been a while since I saw you, my son. It's impressive your old man hasn't given up. Oh yes, I have something for you. This came from someone named Mr. Whatever. An SS ticket. Put it in the key out of his pocket. It's a ticket for the ferry. If I recall their ferry ports, yeah, I know. If you have ambition as a trainer, go to the battle tower. It should teach you. You better get to Petalburg Gym. Okay. Well, I don't have ambition as a trainer, so I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm going to sleep. Fuck this. God damn it. I know I gotta at least see what's going on. Plus there's a Pokemon I want to get, and this will take like 3 minutes. So I fly to where I know I'm gonna get the Pokemon that I want to get, because now it's available post-game. I hop in here, and I deposit the Pokemon who will be replaced. Lynette's PC. One deposit. Let's deposit Gardevoir. Then I just went to check. I thought it might have had an item on it for a second. Doo doo, boodly doo doo, boo doo boo doo. I know it's in one of these houses, and immediately I know what the house looks like, so I know it's not that one. There it is. Beldum. No. It's cool enough. I go to my Pokemon. I go to Aggron, who I know is holding the EXP share. Go back to the bag. Give that to Beldum, because Beldum takes a long time to level up. And let's look at the summary. If you couldn't tell, Beldum is the very first starting evolution stage of Metagross, so very helpful Pokemon to have if I ever did want to progress to the actual Pokemon tournaments or whatever the hell they are. Then I don't remember what my dad said, so I just start roaming around this island looking for an SS location. And I find a netball. Thank God. So I have a netball, an ultra ball, and a master ball. Use Altaria and I fly. I can't remember which town it is, but I know it has to be close to the water, so I go to Petalburg City, which I should have recognized because my dad said he was going there as the city he's going to, but for some reason I guess I just fucking don't because I'm a moron. I know Rustboro City doesn't have one, but I know Sailport does. So I end up flying Altaria there. I go in here because I think this is the place where they do it. And it's the museum. That's what I want to spend my $32,000 on. Go fuck yourself. I think, well, maybe it's here. Nope. I know what that is, just by the entry. I think maybe one of these guys has it hidden off that I have to talk to them. No, he just talked about Pokemon. Alright, man. So I think maybe there's one more building up here. There is. I checked for the boat first. Oh, the boat somehow made it inside here. Flash a ticket. Where would you like to go? To the Battle Tower. So you know me, I love this generation so much, I'm just going to take on the whole entire Battle Tower. I'm just not going to stop playing Pokemon Ruby. I'm going to play it forever. No, I'm just kidding. I go and I look inside the Battle Tower, and that's about it. This is the finale of the episode. I really hope you enjoyed this series, and if you do, please feel free to give any of the videos a like, comment, or subscribe.